YIC Training Video 3, Project Management and Report Writing. Let us start with defining something very simple. What a project is. A project is something you do as an individual or as a group, which involves research or design to achieve a particular aim. A project has to be carefully planned with clear work delegation assigned to each member of your team. So, what is project management? It is the art of managing projects towards a successful completion. The project management has triple constraints. Firstly, scope. Secondly, time. Thirdly, cost. All these should lead to quality product or services. Most of today's inventors work as teams, for which project management has become an important tool to work together in a collaborative process. Nobody works in isolation. These are some of the questions that most inventors ask. What are the requirements for the project? What are the requirements to solve the problem? What are the limits in which I have to design my product? How do I implement this product and what are the problems? How do I verify that I have found the solution within the framework? How can I ensure that the product keeps working? To recap, here are the steps in your invention process. Requirements. What is the problem you are solving or solution you are seeking? Design. The solution. Example, write and illustrate your invention. Implementation. How are you going to produce a prototype that works? Verification. How did your solution solve the problem? Test it, get users' input, etc. Maintenance. How can your solution last for a long time? Does it cost too much to maintain? Example, cheap spare parts. For YIC, we require to have 1 or 2 mentors. Once you have found someone you can work with and trust, formalize it. Simply put all the things you want to do on paper and get everyone on board. The document both you and your mentor should be talking about should cover project overview, project approach, project objectives, major deliverables, constraints, risks and feasibility. This is how it could look. You do not need to copy everything here word for word, but use the template as a framework. So, how do you start? You start by breaking the project down into small parts, what many call work breakdown structure. And what is that? A work breakdown structure is an outline that describes what you want to do and what you hope to achieve. Now you need a plan. First, get your team together and your mentor in a series of meetings and go through the brainstorming process. And remember to record down your meetings and the outcome of those meetings. Assign work to your team members and set a deadline for each team member to finish. But remember, write them down. You can use the format you see here as a template. We know by now you're raring to go, and we do not blame you, but before you start, consider this. Do you have a team leader? Do your team members know what they should do? Do they have the technical expertise to do what all of you want to do? As you move into the exciting phase of getting the work done, meet regularly and come up with an implementation plan. Have a clear timeline. The timeline should show how long it is going to take to design your invention. How are you going to get the materials for your product, and how long will it take? When do you expect to develop a prototype? When should you test the invention? If your prototype does not work as planned, is there room to make modifications? When do you start writing the report for the fair, posters, video, etc.? When do you start working on your presentation to the judges? Finally, have you considered the logistics of attending the grand finale? Here is an activity to get you started. Produce a one-page project charter for the strongest bridge using 30 straws, a pair of scissors, and a cellophane tape. YIC requires you to write a report before you come for the final. So, what does it all involve? You need to have a clear problem statement. Whatever project you might have in mind, it must be relevant to the theme. Then you have to write a description of your invention. Once you get past this, now you have to draw a table outlining originality. Table showing existing features versus innovative features of new model, or why your invention is original. At this juncture, you will need a diagram with specifications. Here are a few examples of diagrams with specifications from previous YIC. Your project, no matter which direction your research will take you, is going to cost you. So keep a log or record of your cost, called a cost analysis. Remember, this is ongoing. In the report, you will need to clearly state the benefits. Finally, end your report with a conclusion. Last but not least, please clearly state your references. Produced by ASTI Research and Development Department.